Skyraper 812. Console mic switch off. Console mic switch off. On.
Well, we've got DJ Megatron in the studio with us this morning. Whoop, whoop. Only by coincidence. I was just coming in the studio, just about to leave. You guys wouldn't let me go. Well, before you go back to Kitchub's, like, you've left the breakfast show, haven't you?
I have.
And would you like to say something in the notices?
Yeah, the Thursday Night Divide is not going to be till next week. I saw it on your script.
You really did.
You emailed me. Well, no, I emailed you, but you emailed me a script the other day. So yeah, I'm just emailing you back the script. So yeah.
Well, nice intro to the show.
Yeah, nice. I could be coming back on as a co-presenter. I don't know how it's all gonna pan out yet, but I think I could be coming on. I need to speak with management. So,
but you're the playlist manager, and
yes, I'm the playlist manager,
and we've just done a podcast as well. So,
yeah, we did. Well, I was here last night, so I was doing the podcast for the show
button,
which was really nice because, you know, we haven't seen you on this show for a while, you know, for a long time since you left it. It was James to read, and then you rang up saying, "Hey, Monstro, we need to meet," and I was like, "Okay, what is the meet?" And you're like, "You know how you wanted to be the producer? Well, how can we step that up a bit and have this show sort of presented by you?"
Do you know what, Monstro? I've been listening to you these past few mornings, and I really feel like you've had some boots to fill.
Oh, have I?
But I think I need to come back to the show at some point. I think I'm greatly missed.
Mm.
Can I just give a big shout out to my personal trainer? And
whoa, he's stealing the show already.
Can I just give a big shout out though to my personal trainer at the gym?
Hear this? He's got a personal trainer now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You do it, Megatron. Do you want me to do the personal shout out?
No. I just want to give a shout out to my man Jamie. He really worked me hard, but I was in a DJ Megatron mood.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I've been like this the past few weeks. You know,
wow.
And he's like, you know,
so you're training someone else to be like you. It's so much different.
I don't know, because it's like, I think he's like me. He's like in many ways than one. So yeah, he's one of the biggest fans. And yeah, and I saw Fat Rob at the gym the other day. So,
oh my word, Fat Rob's not fat anymore. He's muscly Rob. Yeah. I saw him in the office the other day, actually, because they were talking about getting an agent for me, and I was like, oh, I don't really want one. I'm not as big as Megatron was.
No, but you are doing stuff. It's good that you're doing that, so yeah, it's good that you're doing stuff.
It really is.
Do you know, he's an absolute pro on the show, like you said. You know, he doesn't... He's just come out of his shell a bit more.
Yeah, well, I've got Megatron to thank. Because, like, I was really... Well, I wasn't shy, but I think when I did Andy Looper's show and I was kind of pushed out of place, and then Megatron came back and he's like, why don't you produce the show? And I was like, oh, well, what does a producer do? And then...
Do you remember, I've got a memory of you, Monstrol. This is how shy you were, right? I remember we were in we went to Chapel Street. And we talked about licking a condom.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And you and me and this girl, Leanne.
Who's Joanne?
And on the Play T bus. But I also remember, right, in that meeting, you were like, let's do something, let's do the breakfast show at night.
Yeah, we had meetings about this, and that the C-Card event was really wacky.
But you remember there was another time, not long after that, because we'd done some talks about the station, and we used to go round to the Creamer Cafe. And do you remember you threw a jam scone at Jenny?
Oh yeah, she was asking for it.
I wasn't there, but I heard about it. I was like, apparently one of your DJs has just thrown a scone at me.
Oh yeah, I remember. I do remember that. I was really annoyed. I don't know what possessed me to do it.
And then to remember the following week, I was like, should we have after work drinks?
Oh, I remember coming back from America a week after the show or something, and you were like, let's have a debrief.
A skipper's debrief. Not just any old debrief.
And I was like, okay, well, we'll going out. I'd forgot that he'd been sailing. And I was like, yeah, we'll go out and we'll have some drinks and we'll have some time. I came back worse than Megatron.
Yeah.
It was that, I can't remember what, like, we'd been to some club. And it was a skipper's debrief session or whatever. And we were...
Pause button.
We were drinking. A lot. I digress. We were drinking a lot, And I came back absolutely drunk. And then I was waking up hungover.
Do you remember that time I rang you absolutely hungover?
I tell you, I've got a DJ Megatron memory, which I wasn't there for.
No.
I wasn't there for, unfortunately. I would have loved to have been there. But apparently, DJ Megatron had an interview the following day, and they said to him, look, Megatron, you've got this interview with Radio Merseyside.
Oh, yeah!
And he was absolutely legless the night before, and they were banging on his door and everything.
Oh, yeah, for the interview.
And I heard him on the radio. It's like, that's the worst I've ever heard DJ Megatron on the air.
Yeah.
Notification. More. Dismiss.
Do you also
Pause
remember
button.
the time when the first time that I was late for a show, and everyone was mad because I was never ever late for a show, never. I was, and this was like the first time that I was late, and everyone was like, DJ Megatron, you're late.
I know, because you came through the door, and it was like me and Battle Mix driving the show,
and Tim Davis is like, I was like, what's the problem? This is the first time I've been late. It was like a Christmas show. What's the problem? What's the big deal? Can't we enjoy ourselves? Can't we live